Anthony Edwards, I feel like people aren't talking enough about the leap that he's taken as a shooter. I really don't think people are talking about enough. Like,
he's been arguably the best shooter in the game this year.
Yeah, we're nitpicking the playmaking and stuff, and yes, I think that's an area he can improve in. But he's shooting 42% from three on almost 10 attempts per night.
Whoa, easy.
I hate that word.
He's a bona fide
Can you just give credit here?
I did.
And what he's saying, he's saying right now, we acknowledge. That's elite.
So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something.
You haven't been nice to him.
Let me ask you something.
That brother said we're nitpicking.
No, you are.
That's what he loves. That's what he loves.
I say nitpicking because
we nitpick all the stars.
Because the first thing,
he's right. He's right.
No, it depends what stars we're talking about. If you don't nitpick Luka,
hey, easy. All right.
And that's where I'm going with this.
Jesus Christ.
All year long,
you don't know where he's going.
Whenever Riv has talked about Anthony Edwards, I haven't heard about the 3-point shooting leap. I haven't heard about the insane elite level pull up 3 numbers. The first thing you talk about is playmaking.
We don't really
you
care.
Haven't said anything about it.
Oh shit.
Yes, I have. I've been talking about it.
No, we haven't. Honest to God, we haven't talked much about Ant on the show.
There hasn't been nothing to talk about. They've been mid as fuck.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is that
Ant just gets a strain when you bring him up.
What's something that you should focus on more, the playmaking or the 3-point shooting leap? The 3-point shooting leap is obvious. No, I think one is obvious. He's becoming an elite level 3-point shooter.
This is what kills me because
playmaking is
he's a good playmaker.
No.
Yes, he is.
And then you lie.
You couldn't just say average.
I said average.
He's a good playmaker.
Average is strong for a guard. He's not average.
Easy.
For a guard, he's not average.
Shooting guard.
If we had big men, guard. He's average.
A shooting guard.
We gotta stop. He's a combo guard at this point.
Because he's
positionless basketball.
He's forced into
You're
that.
gonna be
all guards are.
Ant's gonna be the guy in the ball stands in the fourth quarter. I don't care if you're a guard or you're center, you're forward. You gotta play man.
Why do you act like he averaged like 2 assists a night?
See. And it's not the assist.
I'm not trying to stat. I'm not stat watching.
It's not the assist. And if you want to do that, look up his assist in that 40-point game. See how many assists and turnovers he had. I didn't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Since January, he's averaged like 5 to 6 assists per game. I think it's been 6.
Okay.
Since January, he's averaged 33 and 6.
That's amazing.
Yes.
What? SGA's been doing that all year.
Okay, SGA is an MVP candidate.
Just saying, like you want us to praise a month.
What's the average for the year? Around 5?
For the year, I think I would go like 4.
So
yeah,
you round up 5.
He gets to 5. He gets to
4.5. We're generously rounding up.
No, 4.5 in the math.
You're
he
right.
Gets to 5.
You're
he gets
right.
to 5. So
4.4. No,
4.4. He's so
he's going
if
down
I'm not mistaken, I seen a tweet on Riv's Twitter. You posted a video of Anthony Edwards making a skip pass, and he was like, "Yo, this is the type of read that he's making. He's improving."
See, this is the thing. This is why that word nitpicking kills me.
Because you call him dog shit. He's not.
No.
At playmaking, he's average.
I don't call him dog shit as a player. I think Ant Edwards is a phenomenal player.
No, I mean as a playmaker, you call him dog shit.
Yes, because there's moments where I watch him play and I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
January, he averaged 30 and 6. In the month of February, he's averaging 39 points, but I'm being kind again. It's 3.5, 4 assists.
We'll give him the 4.
4 assists. But he's averaging damn near 40 in the 3 games.
Listen, I'll say this about Ant-Man. I'll say this. Now, you want me to be nice? I'll be nice. The pull-up shooting has been crazy. Like, the leap that he has taken as a shooter is incredible.
That's what's going to take his game to the next level.
John Morant wishes.
Part of it. Never do it.
No.
But here's the thing that kills me with you Ant Edwards fans and / Minnesota fans. You guys like to compare him, right, to these other players. You like to compare him to all-time 2 guards, but then you get upset when we start nitpicking his game and we're like, oh, he's a 2 guard. Oh, he shouldn't have to do that. Oh, he shouldn't be focused on that. When you are becoming a top 10, top 5 player in the world, you have to refine your all-around game. That is a fact that's always been like that. There isn't a moment where you could just go in there and, oh, yeah, he's a 2 guard, so he's not asked. No, you're probably going to have the ball down the stretch most of the game. You are the best player. You're probably going to have the ball all the time. So there's going to be times where you need to be pretty good at both. So to say, oh, we're nitpicking, no.
I know this is your guy.
I don't agree.
But maybe it'll hit a little different coming from someone who's not a full-blown Ant Edwards stan. You can go that route, and I don't disagree. Can't we also step back and appreciate, yet you do have to improve at playmaking? I'll be the first to tell you that. We've been very vocal on that. He needs to improve at it. I call him average. Don't push it. I think he's an average playmaker. And I agree with that. That being said, He does work on his game.
Yes.
It's obvious.
Yes.
He's much better this year than he was last season. He has carried over this playoff type scoring into the regular season.
As a scorer, you'll never hear nothing from me about him.
But I understand where you're coming from with the playmaking. That being said, when Booker was asked to be the full-time point guard last season, he was kind of talked shit on a lot because he wasn't a great playmaker.
That's not his game.
And exactly, he's a 2 guard. We wanted the Suns to get a real point guard. He has great playmaking abilities for being a 2 guard. We acknowledge that. We know Booker's a better playmaker than Anthony Edwards. That's not a conversation. But we asked the Suns, get him a point guard so he can go back to his position. The Timberwolves simply have failed to do that. They got him Rob Dillingham, and they don't play him. Recently now, because players got injured, and I know Conley just went down to injury, didn't play last game.
Spacing around him.
There's no spacing, and they don't have a true point guard.
And that's why he's had to develop that 3-point shot, because he can't drive to the basket like he was able to before. So now he's pulling up and he's hitting it at an efficient level.
Would you rather have him had the shot or improved playmaking?
I think the shot,
Easy.
100%.
Not even a conversation.
So would I rather Steph shoot 40% from 3 or average 10 assists?
That's easy. He's right.
What?
Would you rather him shoot his normal stuff?
Who?
Steph Curry.
Or average 10 assists.
Be normal Steph Curry or be this godly playmaker. He's right.
That's a whole different thing. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Especially for this type of team, you need to shoot.
And Ant has been great off ball this year too. I mean, this year he's averaging 4.5 assists per game, but last year he averaged 5.1. He was averaging 26, 5, and 5.
I don't like to look at the stats for the assists because when I watch, it's not great.
Here's the thing. I don't think Anthony Edwards, he's never going to make elite level reads like these other guards. And I think a good comparison to him is kind of SGA. SGA is a good playmaker. I think he's a better playmaker than Anthony Edwards. But that's also one of the things about his game that is the biggest weakness in his offensive game.
But he's such a
Anthony
scorer.
Edwards in the playoffs, this past playoffs, averaged 28 points, 7 rebounds, and 6.5 assists per game. I mean, I don't listen. I think Anthony Edwards has to improve his playmaking, but I don't think it is to the level where it's just so unbelievably bad that you don't want him with the ball because you don't trust him.
No,
I think he's not able to think 2 to 3 steps ahead when he is operating as a playmaker, but all the other like normal things like driving and kicks and making skip passes, he is able to do. Like cross-court passes, being from one wing and swinging it to the corner, he's able to make those type of passes in a way that I still see Devin Booker in the playoffs struggle with those passes. Kevin Durant still struggles with those things.
I've been very vocal about those two as playmakers also, and as passers. He's probably the biggest Devin Booker fan when in terms of playmaking. I've never been the highest on him as a passer. So I just think when you, and of course, the situation for Ant-Man, it's not the greatest. You know, we can honestly talk about it. Like, it's not the finest situation when in terms of spacing and stuff like that. But unfortunately, when you get compared to the other guards in the league, that's something you have to adapt your game to. Like that's all the 2 guards that we have, all the top 2 guards, D. Mitch, Devin Booker, and Edwards. You gotta put that in your game. They don't play with, well, D. Mitch does, but they don't play with these high level point guards. You need that in your game. You need that in your game in general. Just
D. Mitch does play with one.
That's what
I just said. Yeah. You need that in your game to kind of still, because you're gonna see double teams. You're gonna see multiple defenders. You're gonna see bigger defenders. There's gonna be times where you see zone defenses. It's just you have to be able to have that IQ and that awareness and that understanding of where the next man is gonna be. So in the spacing thing, like I get it, but like last year you had Cat.
Yeah, and that's why he had more drives per game last year.
I think also what has been poor for him this season is his ability to drive and kick out. That's something that I look at Anthony Edwards' game, and I think this is an area you need to be better at. That playmaking, making the easy lob pass too. Yeah, he can make these skip passes, that's fine, but when you're in action and you're driving and you're trying to make a move to the cup and you realize, all right, my lane's shut off. I have to pass out or it's going to just be a boneheaded attempt. He has been unable to consistently make those passes.
I just see a lot of Ant Edwards games where he's having all-around performances. I think he's
a dog.
It's very rare when you see a 30-point game from him and it's like coupled with 1 or 2 assists.
But Joel, we understand.
Just been this month.
His performance
is to sleep. If he takes this one thing that we're asking him.
You said like rare?
Yeah, I do think it's rare.
Okay.
Well, he's averaging 3.5 assists
go
this
to
month,
Basketball Reference.
I'm
go
here.
to game logs. Go to the top scoring games.
What would be a number for rare? Like let's have a ballpark in
Three
the
or
I'm talking about
less.
2 or 1. I think with every big game, he at least is having 4 or more assists in that game.
Big game. All right. I'm glad we kept it specific to that. I'm going to the game log.
Well, I was just looking at February. He's averaging 40, and he's averaging 3.5 assists. So that means
The lone thing missing from Anthony Edwards' game. Sorry, making me laugh.
I have one already.
The lone thing he's missing is this
have
playmaking at
two
a consistent level. If he does this, now he's stamped.
Can you look at the
Top 6, top 7 in the world.
Riv.
So now you got to add context. Okay.
Yeah, see, you just have to keep opening your mouth. I'm trying to
said,
make
you said 1 or 2 assists. I found 2 already.
I'm saying this.
This was in the first month.
This is what I want to say.
This is October.
this is October. Oh, you're
This is what I want to say. Look at the top 10 scoring games of his career.
Why does he do
now
it's
career.
That's what I asked initially.
No, you were saying this
I
year.
heard it was
I don't really care what he did
You said
3
his
years
big
ago. We got
scoring
a
games this
random
year,
7
and there's
assist
one
game.
assist.
What are you on? Are you on ESPN?
I'm on Basketball Reference. I'm here.
Okay.
Like we're here.
Okay.
Don't try to finesse what you're doing.
Okay, let's look at this year only then.
All right.
The highest scoring games, 53 was his highest. Let's look at
Didn't he have 2 assists that game?
1, 2,
Listen,
3,
sometimes
4,
you gotta get
5,
buckets.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm looking at his top 10 performances of the year.
Get 2 assists in that 50.
I did think so.
Okay,
I get it though.
He 53.
He got 53.
53 points, 2 assists. 49 points, 3 assists. 44 points, 1 assist. 41, 7 assists. 41, 6 assists. 37, 8 assists. 37, 5 assists. 37, 3 assists. 36, 11 assists.
So 4 games of 3 assists or less, and then
Which is this is
But you're not.
fine.
He had 11. He had 36 and 11. You're just ignoring that.
no. All I said was he had 4 games of 3 or less
He had,
assists.
he had
And
6.
He had 6.
So he had more games with
Yes.
more. He
Yeah,
had
he's
more
on your
games.
side.
Yes,
Yes,
yes. Okay.
yes. I was just
Sorry,
counting.
Dubs.
I was just counting the.
Okay.
It's hard to count both at the same time, you know.
Okay, and then just I'm gonna keep on going to 30-point games. He had 36 and 2, 34 and 9, 33 and 6, 33 and 5, 32 and 4, 32 and 3, 32 and 3, 30 and 9, and that's all of his 30-point games.
Yeah, so he's probably around 30-40% of the time he's having 3 or less assists.
So that's
in
what
those
I'm saying.
games.
For the most part, when I watch his big games, it's coupled with a lot of assists.
More often than not, over
That's
50%.
a better. You said rare. Rare caught us off guard.
It's not. It's definitely not rare.
Yes.
If you're doing it 35% of the time, it's
That's
not
not
rare.
my fault. Look at potential
the
assists. They
odds
miss
are
the
definitely
shots.
not like a plus 8,000.
Potential
Like,
assist
no,
is
it's,
valid.
you know,
We gotta look at the
Potential
potential assist
Potential
numbers, Riv.
assists.
the odds be
What?
like plus 150. Plus
For what? 4 plus
like,
assists?
if he's it's like plus 150, plus 200. If he's having a big game, yeah. It's
Hey,
like-
listen, defending Ant's playmaking, defending Luka's defense, man. We're here.
I think one is objectively worse.
What?
Yeah.
Which
You
one?
The
watch-
Lucas defense.
Yeah.
Oh my god, casual.
I'm sorry. Defense against the Jazz. I don't care.
Dude, John Collins blew by him a couple times.
Nah, bro. Did you guys see LeBron James playing defense yesterday?
He was locked in.
I haven't seen him play
Why was he
defense
locked
like,
in yesterday?
because Luka
Luka's
took
first
the
game.
floor for
Dude,
the
ever
first
guys
since ever since
see-
that Miami game, everything's been different.
He's been moving different.
Did you guys see that before the Cavaliers game? Jaden McDaniels was averaging 20 points in the last 5 games.
Damn.
And then what happened in the Cavaliers game?
Yeah, 12.
Apparently, he's getting a new offensive. Wilder told me he's getting a new offensive.
Coach.
Offensive role, and then
Yes.
and then that Wilder said this is what he told me. He told me that the Jaden McDaniels leap is coming, and I said, okay, if it happens the rest of the year, I'll apologize. He said, all right.
What's
So-
his new offensive role?
15 a night.
15 a night.
He's just
16
getting
a
the
night.
ball more.
He says, he told me. This is verbatim what he said. Jaden McDaniels, 18 feet and under. He's special. He's a special player. That's what he said. He said he's a special player. He said with the ball in his hands, he's special. He said he's a solid ball handler. He can play make. This is what Wilder is telling me. I'm just listening. I'm not. He said what was messing him up is they made him into a spot-up shooter. That's not his game, Drew. Apparently, that's not. He needs the ball in his hands to be special, and apparently he is. So we'll see how this goes.